seeing our products in action to me is, I guess, all the encouragement that I need to know that what we're doing has at least had an effect on my own children's lives, but thousands of customers as well. So if we decide to shut up shop tomorrow, then it all hasn't been for a waste. We've made
We're not shutting up, by the way.
No, we're not going anywhere.
I'm Wayne.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Mick, and we're Fox Woodco. It was March 2020, and COVID hit. Unfortunately, Wayne went out of work overnight. My wife went out of work overnight. Wayne was looking for work, and we were looking for an office, and we thought, let's sort of accelerate our plans to build an office, and sort of with the intention of helping a friend out in need at the time.
I'm a joiner by trade. Just started picking up some odds and ends and talked them into building a study for them, and while we were there, had a chat on the driveway, and 2 days later we had a Fox Woodco ABN.
We had about a 12-week period where we had access to a factory with a CNC machine. Wayne prototyped 20 products. Jess started setting up social media accounts, and I set about building a website. I guess in the back of my mind, I thought we'd get to 12 weeks and go, well, that was fun. But I think at about week 10 mark, we realised that we'd already grown bigger than what we could sustain, and we needed to start finding our own factory. So we set out immediately to try and find our own space, purchase our own machinery, and really give it a go.
Having really young families, we needed it ideally to be close by so we could still manage the business and be there for our families as well. Mick and I live in Helensburgh, and Wayne's only just down the road.
Being an online store, we completely understand the reputation and customer service is everything, and that's what we pride ourselves on. So having a factory 3 to 4 minutes away, when we have an issue or we need to send out products, we know we can do that immediately. We know we can make sure our customers are attended to.
And we got really lucky when this came up. It was probably a little bit earlier than we expected. There's not much around, so yeah, we got really lucky. When we decided to start the business, I already had a big list of things that I would like in our home and that I couldn't find that were either Australian made or just not what I wanted. So they were kind of the first things that I gave to Wayne.
The aligned on that one.
So I was like, Wayne, I need all these things, please.
Yeah, the driveway chat that we mentioned earlier, Mick was basically asking me what my plans were. Said I would love to start my own online store selling flat pack furniture basically, and that was pretty much the crux of it. And as soon as the idea was floated that we might do something, Jess brought on board all of the kids stuff and not many Australian made high quality options, so we wanted to fill that space.
Our kids were 3 and 1, and Eliza was 2.
My daughter was nearly 2.
And we were looking for things that were sustainable, that were long-lasting. Biggest issue with a lot of things you buy these days is you buy it and it's great when you get it, and then 6 months later it's broken and you're throwing it out.
Yeah, we're nearly 20 months in now, and I can't think of a single order that's contacted us with an issue 6, 12, 18 months later.
The Montessori approach is something that Mick and I are using at home. We found it a great way to follow their natural development, and a lot of the products are born from things that we need in our day-to-day lives to encourage that approach for them.
How does a 4-year-old help you cook when they can't access the bench? We see our children try and read to each other sometimes. We needed a piece of furniture that could encourage that. Seeing your 5-year-old read a book to your 3-year-old and watching them interact is sort of all the satisfaction I need for what we've done here. We had a business plan when we started and a few values that we sort of don't stray away from. We wanted to be Australian made and we wanted to be Australian owned, and only when you can do that can you wear the logo. Having
the Australian made logo was something we really wanted, and we're really proud to have it, so our customers can see right from the beginning. They see that logo and know that we're 100% Australian made and owned. It was a real sticking point. Yeah, a real sticking point from the beginning, when prior to our business you buy a product and you buy it from an Australian owned business, but you're buying a product that's been made offshore, shipped into the country. We wanted to completely bypass that. We spend extra money buying materials from Australia so that we can support Australian made and Australian owned. Our plywood's grown in sustainable forest in Queensland. It's made in a factory in Brisbane. Our dowels, Tasmanian oak, made in a factory in Victoria.
anywhere we could, we've bought Australian made, whether even if it costs more. We probably wouldn't have done the business had we not been able to do it all Australian.
Like the orders coming in is great, and when we're all here together and orders come through, we all get really excited. But the feedback and seeing the photos come through from the customers of their kids on our products and hearing what they have to say about them is really great. That's a big one for me.
I remember the day I went home, having just basically been told I don't have a job to come back to anymore. The first thing I told my wife was that I really wanted to make sure I took the opportunity to turn it into a positive, and that's what we've done. So yeah, I couldn't be prouder.
It's been a very steep learning curve that we are, I guess, constantly in fine tuning, and we're really happy with the point that we're at, but we still have some big goals. Like it's a big dream for us, and we've got big plans for it. So yeah, we've got some big goals to achieve.
We're a small company, you know, we're two families. There's three of us, we run this business, we do everything.
The way that we do things is constantly evolving, the products themselves are constantly evolving, doing it all Australian made and Australian owned and Australian made materials. So yeah, support Australian. Can you tell it's our first time?
Say that to everyone.